What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video, we are sitting down and going to GameStop's online website to pick out some Nintendo 64 games. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. Okay, so I have my computer here in front of me, and what we're going to do is go ahead and talk about some games. Now, I've been doing this series about GameStop online and their website, and getting games for under $25, so we're going to continue that today. So what I'm going to do is show you guys what GameStop has on their website right now, and basically go through it. We're going to change the prices to 0 to, 0 to 10, I believe, and then we'll do 10 to 25, which shows you kind of what you could get if you have $25 and you want to buy from GameStop online. Now, a lot of people are able to go into GameStop, but not everybody. So what I wanted to do is keep this going because there's so much good stuff here. I wanted to show you guys whatever you can get or what you can get at GameStop for a really good price. So what we're going to do is, I've got this all set up here. What we're going to do is I'm going to skip kind of the showing you how I got to this. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll gladly show you how I got there. But just went to GameStop's website, went to retro games, went to Nintendo 64 games, and then I have changed the filter from either 0 to 10 or 10 to 25, and that's kind of what we're doing. Now, I sorted it by best matches, so we get what is the best games and all that. So, let's go ahead and hop onto the computer and show you what I found. Okay, so we have GameStop's website pulled up here, and we've already got some great games here. I'm going to talk about a bunch of them here and tell you guys what I think about them. Now, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil is the first thing we see here for $9.99, and that's actually a really good deal. $10 for that game. Definitely love that game. Any Dinosaur Hunter games are good in my mind, so that's great right there. Then we've got WWF No Mercy at 99 cents. This, I think, is a good deal. I think No Mercy is one of those games that is one of the better ones, if I remember correctly. And if I'm wrong, don't blame me. Like, there's 100 different wrestling games on the Nintendo 64, but I believe I've played No Mercy all the way through, and it's a fun one, actually. Here we're hit with $6 for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Honestly, that's a great game, and I love it. Hold it near and dear to my heart. For $6, cartridge only, that is totally well worth it, and I would pick that up. If I needed another copy or anything like that, $6 is actually a pretty good price. Now, next to that, we've got Pilot Wings 64. For $10, that's a good deal as well. Let's keep rolling here. We're hit with two Cruisins right out of the gate, Cruisin World and Cruisin USA. Both of these are good games for $3 and $6. I would probably not pick either one of these. And I'm a Cruisin Exotica fan. Now, there's two reasons. One, I owned the game and I loved it when I was a kid. But two, is actually the pizza place that was in my town that I grew up in actually had a Cruisin Exotica arcade machine. So it's just perfect. But for $6 and $3 respectively, those are great deals. Here we've got a Star Wars Rogue Squadron for $8. Like, seriously, these deals are good. If you're fresh, just starting a Nintendo 64 collection, or if you just don't have a bunch of them, like, this is a good way to go about it. You're getting cartridge only, which, I mean, is what you would expect to keep. Like, back here behind me, you guys can see all my 64 games. Most of them are cartridges. But if you find one that comes with a box, that's even better. But here we go. We got a wrestling WCW versus NWO. Revenge, $4. Alright, $4 isn't bad for a wrestling game. We got another Star Wars game for $8. Star Wars games on the 64 are all fun. I love all of them, so definitely check that out if you're interested in that. Kind of a shocker here is Army Men Surge's Heroes is actually $10. I figured this would probably be discounted a bit, maybe $6-7, but it looks like it's $10, which I'm not complaining about. It's a fun game, but like I didn't expect that. And you got Glover, same good game, $10 as well. You've got 1080 snowboarding for $8. That's not a bad deal there. Let's go ahead and load this and see what else we can find. We already talked about Turok. $10 for another Turok game is well worth it in my book. What quite possibly is the most hated game on the system, or one of, maybe not the most hated, one of the most hated for sure, is Quest 64 at $8. Honestly, I think if I was to play that game for $8, I mean, it's not a bad deal, but that's only because I'm thinking, like, some games are 60. This isn't a fun game, to me at least. Namco Museum 64 at $8. If you're a fan of the old Namco games, this is totally a good deal. Like, $8 and you're getting a ton of games for Namco on the arcade. Definitely well worth it. NFL Blitz 2000, $10. NFL Blitz games are awesome. If you haven't played them and you're a sports fan, a football fan, you definitely should check that out. We got Tetris Sphere for $6. That's a pretty good price. Lego Racers for $4. That's a good price. Hey You Pikachu, looks like without the microphone for... Wait, that came with a microphone. $8, okay, whatever. That's not a bad deal. Jet Force Gemini, $10. That's definitely well worth that price. Then we've got Gex 64. Good price, $10. I would pick that up if I was looking for it. Ken Griffey's Jr. Slugfest, $8. Okay, I mean, these prices aren't bad for these games. Body Harvest, $8. I don't know why Body Harvest is $8 and then Ken Griffey Jr. is also $8, but whatever. 64 or Excitebike 64, $10. I love that game. Definitely well worth picking up. If you like the old Excitebike game, or you like racing motocross type games, this is definitely one you should definitely pick up for the 64. I had this as a kid, and I still love playing it to this day. Let's load one more page, and then we will move on to the more expensive games. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six for $4. That's not a bad deal. Maybe you don't want to spend all your money for like a Perfect Dark or a Win Back or something like that, and $4 isn't a bad deal. Ready to Rumble Boxing for $10. Okay, that's a little bit more than I expected. Maybe like $7 or $8, but I'm not going to complain at $10. There's another Army Men game for $10. That's a fun game. NBA Hang Time, another $10 game. That's a good deal. Another wrestling game. Quake 2 for $10. That's probably well worth your money. Off-Road Challenge, $8. Not too bad. San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing is $8 as well. That's probably pretty fun if you're looking for it. Biofreaks is $6. That's decent. Rugrats is $10. Alright. NBA Showtime, $6. Like, some of these games are just alright games, so I'm just kind of gonna go right over them. But then, we're hit with Battle Tanks. Like, come on, that is a great game. I love it. And for $10, I think that is a game that you should definitely have in your collection. So if you've got an extra $10 lying around, go pick up that game. Totally well worth it. So now I'm going to go back to the top, change the filter to $10 to $25, and let's see what hot games we can find there. There's expected to be some great ones, to be honest, in my book at least. Here we got Yoshi's Story, $25. Great game. I love Yoshi's Story. Just fun all around. If you're looking for a platformer that's cute on the 64, that's what you're looking for right there. Star Fox 64, $24, $24.99. That's a definitely good deal. Killer Instinct Gold, I don't know if that should be $25. Maybe like $10 to $15, but $25 I think is a bit too much. And then we've got Rampage 2 Universal Tour. I love Rampage. Definitely is a great game, and so that is definitely worth that money. Dr. Mario 64, $25. That's not too bad. That's not great, but that's all right. Bomberman 64. If you like Bomberman, that's a fun one for sure. Clay Fighters 63 1/3. This is not the expensive Clay Fighters, so don't get confused there. That is not Sculptor's Cut. But for 25 bucks, it's an okay price. Tom and Jerry, 25 bucks, it's not bad there. Pokemon Snap is 20 bucks. That's a good deal. If you have a Nintendo 64 and you have not played Pokemon Snap, go pick that up. 25 bucks is killer. Transformers, Beast Wars, Transmetal, definitely well worth 25 bucks. Perfect Dark, like I mentioned earlier, is 12 bucks. That's probably a really good deal, honestly, if you like shooters from this era. And then we've got Bust a Move at 99 for 25 bucks there. Let's go ahead and load another page and see what else fire we can find. And here we're getting hit with some very great games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, my favorite Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, $17.99 on the Nintendo 64. Definitely double great. Double greatness. I love that game. NFL Blitz, 20 bucks. That's not a bad price there. Rampage World Tour is 20 bucks as well. Again, talked about these games before. Mario Golf is 25 bucks. I figured that would be about a $20 game. 25 is not a bad price, but it is a Nintendo first title, so I'll forgive them on this price. It's not a great price, but it's all right. South Park for 12 bucks. That's a good deal, I think. If you're mature and you can pick that up, definitely that's a fun one. Pokemon Puzzle League for 15 bucks is a good price. We've got Battle Tanks Global Assault, which is the second one. I love Battle Tanks. I've talked about it again. Here's another great example of that. And then we've got Castlevania for 20 bucks. That's a good deal there. We've got some great racers here. We've got Beetle Adventure for 15 bucks and Wave Race 64 on the right for 15 bucks as well. Both of those are very great. Duke Nukem 64, that is also a fun game. And all three of those are 15 bucks. That's definitely worth it. Mortal Kombat 4, 20 bucks is a pretty good deal for that as well. We're going to load up one more page before we move on. Let's see what else is there. Toy Story 2 for 15 bucks. That's a fun game. That's not a bad price. 18 bucks for Spider-Man. I'm sure that price went up once they remade the Spider-Man, or I guess made the Spider-Man game. And so that's probably 18 bucks is pretty good for that. Rayman 2, I loved Rayman as a kid, so 15 bucks definitely is well worth it. There, Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo, $15, that's a good price there as well. We already talked about Bomberman. There's a $15 Bomberman game. There's Cruisin Exotica that I talked about earlier. It is the more expensive one, and I don't know why it's more expensive. Maybe they made less of them, but I love that one the most, so 15 bucks is definitely well worth it to me. Charlie's Blast Territory, 25 bucks is definitely worth it. San Francisco Rush, another racing game, $19.99, 20 bucks there. Nightmare Creatures for 15, that's a good deal. Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers is a fun game if you like games like that. 15 bucks is a good deal there. Vigilante 8 Second Offense. I was a huge fan of Vigilante 8 when I was younger. I haven't played it recently just for whatever reason, but 20 bucks is a good deal there. There's another Duke Nukem game, and I'm going to do one more. I said I wasn't, but we're going on. There's some good games. Maybe we'll go through this one pretty quick. We already talked about South Park. 20 bucks at South Park Rally. For 20 bucks, that's probably well worth it. Quake is definitely a great game. NFL Blitz is a great game. We talked about both of those either in the sequel or another story, I guess, another time. Fighting Force 64 is 20 bucks there. Buck Bumble is a good game. We already talked about Gex, but this is a Gex 3. Blues Brothers, 20 bucks. That's probably not a bad deal. Command & Conquer for 15. That's pretty good. Toxic Trouble is 15. Disney's Donald Duck is 25. Flying Dragon is 15. And Destruction Derby is 15. I love Destruction Derby. So let's talk about this. Alright, so we have gone ahead and looked through GameStop's website, I looked at games from 0 to 10 and 10 to 25, and honestly, I searched by best matches and we found a ton of great games. So I love doing this series. It's been fun, and it's kind of getting me to realize that if I didn't have much money and I didn't have a way to go out and hunt for games, I could still find a ton of good games. If I had $25, I could pick up 2 or 3 games, maybe 1, depending on what system, but there's $15 games here, there's $3, $4 games. Like, GameStop has games on their website that you can pick up, have them shipped to your store, or shipped to the store or your house, and be able to grow your collection from your house. So even though we're in these weird times where a lot of us are staying home to stay safe and just not going out, whether it be for your own health or for others' health, whatever it is, if you are not able to go out and hunt, this is a good way to kind of pick up those games that maybe you don't have in your collection. Like, there's a few of these games that I'm like, I don't think I have that, but maybe I do. If I don't, maybe I'll pick it up and get a good deal on it. But with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite game out of this video would be that you would pick up if you had $25. And I want to say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification because it lets you know when I post more videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And one last time, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me that you watch these videos, and I have so much fun making them, so thank you very much for that. Stay safe, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stay away from people, stay home, stay 6 feet away from people if you can. All that stuff being said, be safe, take care of you and your family, and make sure you have a good day.